Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am your host back from vacation. Except like it's like this weird I didn't actually go on vacation, but I did like a no host thing for 2 days in a row, and then also I think I was a host yesterday, but now I'm the host again back from vacation. Don't think about it too much. How you doing? Hope you're hanging in there whenever you're watching this one. It is 3:30 for me. PM, don't be ridiculous. I'm not doing too bad. A little late. I can feel I'm not as tired as I was in yesterday's episode. Not really sure why. The sleep patterns of my life are an enigma. Truly. Yeah, not a whole lot happening today. Another day, living the life. I guess the only interesting thing, only thing of note that I did is I picked up and played a little bit of Cook Serve Delicious 2 today. I really enjoyed the first one in that series. I loved Cook Serve Delicious 1. I played a lot of it when it was initially released, and I really liked it. And I was excited for Cook Serve Delicious 2, but it didn't quite feel the same to me. Cook Serve Delicious 1, it gets a lot of things right, I feel like, and Cook Serve Delicious 2, it's good. It is more of the same. The game has better art, and it's a lot more gameplay. Like, there's a lot more foods to make, but I don't know, there's something about Cook Serve Delicious 1 that really strikes me. I think it's just the aesthetic of the game really hits for me. It's a weird game to feel an aesthetic for, but I like the idea. And I feel like the idea is a little lost in the second game. Anyway, I didn't mean to spend a minute talking about that game. If you haven't played Cook Serve Delicious, you should check it out. Great game series. I did not pick up number 3 though. I played 1. I really like 1, and 2 is pretty good as well. I've been playing a little bit more of it. Other than that, I do have a question prepared for you today, of course, as often I do. This is a classic question. Not really a classic question, I guess, but what's your favorite social media platform? There's a few things you have to do for answering this question. One, you have to define the platform as a social media. You could say YouTube. I wouldn't say it's wrong to call this a social media platform. I might say YouTube. Right now I watch a lot of, or you spend a lot of my time, not a lot of my time, but some of my time on TikTok, and that's probably my favorite one. There's some real good stuff on there. They also recently extended their videos to 3-minute maxes, which adds a lot of interesting depth. People can make a lot of interesting explanation videos in 3 minutes that you couldn't do in 1. I get a lot of recommended videos on YouTube that are 1 to 3 minutes, and so TikTok has been a lot of, it's just that, but the entire platform. Pretty close second for me is Twitter. I initially was going to use this as a time to dunk on Reddit, but I'm out of time, and just know that I do scroll through Reddit from time to time, and that platform it feels very doomed. It's not a place where I feel like you have any meaningful discussion. It's a place where a lot of people post a lot of strange things. I could have a whole like 10-minute talk on Reddit. Let's move on. I suppose we should begin the run. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Shall we? Hellhorned Umbra. It's alright. Sapped House. Darkness Arcus. Chase Seraph, the on starting strong. Hornbreak Perils, Pyre Chomper. It's alright. Wanna look ahead. Okay. Refined Void is okay. Assuming I don't see Brawler, it's a little better, but I'm gonna go Unbroken Horn here. Yeah, it had to happen eventually. The no Brawler start. I think that Reaper is basically unplayable, so we'll play Wrathful. Would be a little better if I took the Refined Void, but I took Unbroken Horn because we have 3 good energy generators, 2 Perils, and a Fire Chopper. There's also a very good line of Trample on the Rage Prince here, if we can get Rage Prince started. So if we get a few Perils going for him, we can get somewhere pretty spicy in this run. There's some room for absurdity in this run if the game wants to offer it up. We are in a bit of a wait-and-see situation. If Monster Train wants the game to get wacky, it's gonna get wacky. If it doesn't, then it won't. I did take the trial, also, worth mentioning. Going to take 612 damage, most likely, from the trial. And that's worth it. I keep pinging Prince. I don't need that damage shield. 12 damage for a unit draft is worth. Anything less than that, like if we take less than 12 damage, even better. It's looking like we might take less than 12 damage. I will put this Pyro Chomper up here, and I'll put a Train Steward up here. Hornbreak does 10, and if I kill Trusted Priest, it does 5. You're at 50 minus 27 is 23. This is 13. Acceptable. That'll be 2. So worst case, I take 8 now. Total. Which is good. Perils of Production is, with Unbroken Horn, net neutral. Right? In terms of energy. It gets worse if you're stacking excess Ember Drain on a single character, but it costs 3 energy to play that, and it gives 3 energy. So with Unbroken Horn, it is worth playing. Like right now, I would be at 6 energy. Instead, I'm at 7. Well, but you get the idea. Now, once you start playing more than that, it will start to get a little messier. But for now, just play one of them. Don't think about it too much. I lose 5 energy, but I gain 6. And next turn, I become negative on the energy, right? But for this turn, and the fact that it is the last turn of the combat, we're fine. I'll just end it. Good fight. Very good fight. Taking 4 for the trial. Extremely, extremely good. Love to see it. Elder Helper is a good armor option. Ritual of Battle is a good scaler for Prince. I think that both of these options are viable here. I'm gonna lean back in my chair a little bit, if you don't mind. I'm gonna click on Welder Helper. I recognize that I wish I could take all 3 of these, but Fortify less so. But Fortify is like the downside to getting both of these cards. I lean a little bit towards Welder Helper here. However, maybe that's wrong. I'm gonna go Ritual of Battle. The more that I think about it, there's a lot of defensive scaling options we could see, but Ritual of Battle is probably it. Although, if I take Welder Helper, then my Rage Imp pick is a little bit better. Because I can stack Imps. Yeah, I'm gonna go Welder Helper. If that were the second pick and I didn't have any of the cards that I would want, I would go Rage, but since it's first pick, I think there's enough good picks now in the next one to be happy. Lifesteal is okay. He doesn't have a lot of health, but Lifesteal is still okay. I think I'm gonna skip it. You could take Prismal Dust there too, maybe. What in tarnation? I picked Welder Helper. Look, here's the deal. I'm gonna play Apex Imp. You're gonna show me a Ring 1 Apex Imp? I'll play Apex Imp, sure. I picked Welder Helper this time. Our last Apex Imp was a real struggle. So, I'm down for the game to give me a nice, easy walk in the park here. Show me Steelworker here if you would like. Alright, it's not so easy. Apex Imp's a little weird for this combat, but then it gets to be pretty clean. We get Endless Welder Helper also. There was also Overgorger there, by the way. Like, there was Apex Imp, sure. There was also Overgorger. I don't like Overgorger that much anymore. I think he's fine, but I don't like playing him. So I didn't play him. Pretty easy. What I was thinking here, by the way? I was thinking of Rage 7 Welder Helper. That's really dumb. Because he's gonna die, most likely, before he attacks. And I'm strong enough to take the boons here. Endless Welder Helper, Apex Imp. I don't mind playing a bit of a banger of a run here, you know? Like I've been saying. Sure, this isn't the most exciting run that we're gonna see, but not every run can be a banger. That's my new philosophy, more or less. Some of the runs have to be... They don't have to be, right? But some of the runs are going to be something like Apex Imp. And having a run like this lets us have more enjoyment out of future runs when we get to see something cool. I don't know, it's a bit of that, you gotta have balance. That's my feeling on it anyway. I'm not too worried anymore. I was very worried for a little bit about making sure that all of my videos were like exciting and different, but you can't do that. It's way too hard. Now, it's been enough days too that I feel fine taking Apex Imp. If we see Apex Imp tomorrow, I'll probably consider skipping it. But you know, it's been like a month since I last saw Apex Imp. I'm pretty sure. Time flies when I'm playing Monster Train. It was the last time I saw Apex Imp was in the Hellhorned run or the streak, and I think that would mean that it was around 14. It would be. There's 12, so it's 12 or 18 days ago. Ah, well, there's no rage here, but we found Apex Imp, so I can click on Fortify. Space Prism is okay. I don't really need it, though. Just take Space Prism out of habit, but I don't need it. You got a Hellhorn banner for me? Yeah, so we're going to tunnel Hellhorn banners here. I want to find Steelworker. Steelworker makes things very, very easy to parse. Normally here I would go left, but this is a special case. Yeah, okay, we found Steelworker. Great news. It is a little awkward, the position we're going to find ourselves in, but I don't know, it's pretty fine. Now, there's a chance that things are weird. No, it's okay. If there was no steel shop here, it could be weird, but it's okay. It's all good. Epic card, gain a card? Sure. I would take a rare Hellhorned here. You know what card I'm looking for. Ally of the Ancients. Holy fuck, I'm good at this game. Oh my god, I'm nuts. Are you kidding me? God, I'm good. Wow. Some nights we struggle, and some nights we have a bad time. And some nights we have this run. Yeah, alright. I will put a -1 onto Hornbreak. We'll leave Alloy open. I'm always going to give it double stack -1 here. Thinking maybe a double stack and then do something else, but nah. Alright, so game plan from here is to probably... So if we see Trample in this combat, it's just done 100%. There's no more. You know what I want to do, actually? I'm going to go to Super Ultra. I want to try and set a new personal best for speed here. I've been thinking about that a bit lately. I have not put up any new personal records for runtime, so this is the sort of run that could do it. It's been a while since we last got to knock out a big jump in world record speeds, so I kind of want to try it. This is not just an excuse for me to go fast. I've been thinking about it lately. Or not lately, but every time I have a strong run, I go, man, it would have been interesting if I tried to break a record for speed. You're gonna hit me for 16? I don't like that at all. I'm gonna lessen the haste as a result. Normally I would not break haste like this, but that's a 16. Drops me to 20. Haste could stack up bad and get me good there. Autumn decked all of my armor, which is awkward. Train Steward does not land an important hit here. Interesting. I guess he can hit one of those. I'm gonna take another 6. We're gonna drop to 14 and it's gonna look kind of scary, but we'll be fine. We dropped a 14 off of the back of a bad... Actually, dropped a 14 off of the back of a bad little bit here. Should be skipping that end turn. It was not a great turn of events, but we're fine now. I bottomed all my armor so I couldn't build the rage to kill that sweep enemy or even really dent it. Furnace Tap's fine. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's fine. Trample Stone was what I would have liked to have seen, but Furnace Tap is multi-strike in a sense. And we can draw. The Unbroken Horn kind of lets us power through the Ember Drain. I do want a second Apex Imp. I think more than anything else here, we're going to want a second Apex Imp. Ideally, they would both have multi-strike, but I prioritize getting the Steelworker infusion. Oh. Well. No, because I'm here to duplicate this Apex Imp. That's not what I meant, game, but I appreciate the sentiment. Not quite right, but you got the spirit of it, sure. Value Stone's pretty high value here on 2 Furnace Tap because I could make another Furnace Tap now. I think that this is a lot of pack shards to take, and this might be too much, but I'm gonna go for it. Prince I should just ignore. You can have Brawler, it doesn't matter, you're just gonna die. 65 pack shards is very scary, but I think I can go big. If this were Haste, it would be pretty... Haste would be the most threatening thing we could see. But it's not Haste. So, we're chilling. They do get 10 armor per round now, right? So they're getting 10 rage per round. They get Ritual of Battle cast on them for free. That's good. They don't have quick. They don't have any upgrades right now because of the circumstances. I picked up Endless instead. You know how it goes. Good, we can stockpile a bunch of energy like this, and the energy will counteract the Ember Drain we're going to take from Furnace Tap. And yeah, all I really need to focus on here is removing cards. And there's not much more to say. From the strategic side of things, I was waiting for that card. Welder Helper Endless is kind of weird because he's just going to sit there and get raged up or armored up like this now, but it's kind of whatever. From a strategic standpoint, this run is broken. That's really all there is to it. Run's ridiculous. I do take an extra curse, but I get 3 energy for it. Fine. You know you're having a banger when they give you Combat 1 Apex Imp, although, to be fair, it's not that hard to pick in or tech into Steelworker. I think Steelworker is one of the better units in the clan. Engine upgrade's fine, I have 2 floors that are free for it. Right path. We're looking for multi-striker quick. That's about it. Okay, got neither. A little awkward, but it really doesn't hurt us that much because we have Furnace Tap. Ashes of the Fallen. Huh. I don't even think that's that good here. I know you're thinking it's probably nuts, but it's going to give us 10 armor on the Apex Imps. I don't know. Lost Luggage lets me draw more cards turn 1. I think it's a little better. Ashes just doesn't feel like it does a lot. Even if I do a duplicate self-infused Welder Helper only really gets played once. I'm gonna go Lost Luggage here. I'm slowing myself down to stop and talk about things, but, you know. It is the point of the video that I talk through some of the decisions. No spikes there, you could take Stygian Spike. Adding 3 sap to your deck is decent. Don't go so fast that we forget to remove 2 Train Stewards also. I'm probably not going to break any personal bests here because I didn't hit multi-strike quick in the steel shop, but that's alright. I'm not too torn up about it, to be honest with you. I'll hit it in the steel shop, probably. Let's go. I usually don't go so high on pack shards, but, you know, we're strong. Would I double stack the Furnace Tap on this run? That's an interesting question. I'll think about a little bit. You die. 25, this is 24. Yeah, you die. 14, 4. Yeah. Alright, buddy. See you later. That is Prince. He's not so bad, but that's a real disappointer. Strange choice here, but seems right. Put down the Welder Helper, it'll die, it's fine. I'll get my armor out of him soon. I do need to make sure that I am considering this wave that's coming at us, which I am doing now. I was already considering it, but now I'm actively considering it. Make sure that I have them set up to die. They're not set up to die, but I think I have to draw Torch, right? Yeah, I feel like most of this deck is pings, so I should be good to draw a card to let 179 hit the boss here. Not boss, but you know. Second Apex Imp is kind of just here for cleanup duty on backline right now, and also to generate 5 armor per turn. which is acceptable. I'm gonna stop playing Shade Splitters. Makes my no need to thinky. I don't need to think about it. Hang on a minute. I'm allowed to kill because it's 287. Yeah, so I can kill this imp and then I can play Magma Morsel. Fine. Need to make sure I don't get sloppy in my speed, you know. Very important to not drop a bunch of... Like, if I drop this run, that is just an irrecoverable failure on my end. I'll let Peter stay. He's fine. There's no universe where I lose this run, is what I have to continuously tell myself. Because if I lose this run, I gotta just uninstall, I feel like. Impish Scholar lets me bring back Furnace Stab. Impish Scholar is great. Impish Scholar is the pickup that makes me regret not taking Ashes, but I'll be alright. Playing too many Furnace Taps will get a little awkward. Would I double stack it? Nah, 8 Ember Drain's too much, I fear. I think I'll go left, actually. I should go right for the Pyre Health. Right, left from removals is also okay, though. Shade Splitter is a dead card, mostly. Dodges Ember Drain, but I don't really need that. Damage Shield worthless. Consume, Gorge. Golden Vault kind of helps. We're a little afraid because our Pyre Health is low. Well, I'm a little afraid because our Pyre Health is low. You may be fine. Intrinsic Furnace Tap is decent. It's a strong card, and I could just slam 8 Ember Drain. It's kind of scary. Slam 8 Ember Drain by duplicating it, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm not going to buy Golden Vault either. I am going to buy a removal on Shade Splitter. Yeah, this run isn't going to end up being a like new personal best for speed because there's too much thinking to be done. This isn't a multi-strike quick situation. Multi-strike quick is just everything's answered. But here we are. I'll take 10 from the next 2 temples. I am going to stay. I don't want to go too high on pack shards. I could go pretty high, I'm sure. It's an Apex Imp run, but this isn't an Apex Imp run that you can go nuts on, I don't feel like. This is an Apex Imp run where if you go nuts, you might just drop. I can daze 3 here, it's fine. Put the Welder Helper in play. And then, here, this one can go in front. Ping off the Welder Helper, kill that guy. And Prince lets us do this. Prince stops the first wave for us, for free. Thank you, Prince, great job, very cool. Yeah, we're banking energy. It is important early on to bank up some energy to push through the Ember Drain we're going to take. And we get more efficient at killing our imp the longer, or the more removals we get, I should say. Yeah, I would love to go nuts on this run, but I think if I go nuts on this run, like, this is the sort of run where I should try to push the limits, right? I feel like one way I could maintain... That's right, never mind. I should make the Horn Break cost. Torch is the wrong card to play there, but it doesn't matter. One thing I could do, though, to keep this one spicy is play high shards, right? That's something that would be exciting here, but I don't know. I'm more paranoid about losing this run. You know how it goes. If I drop this run, I'll never recover. What do you have for me? Furnace Tap? Sure. With the second Furnace Tap in play, I'm going to go ahead and end my turn 4 times now. If that's okay with you. It'd be pretty bad if I played the Welder Helper there too, because I would have dazed myself. I think the 1200 damage, 120 health unit is going to kill. Pretty confident. He gets 2 rounds though, so, you know, kind of slacking. Transcend him, Trample Stone, either of these wins. What's better? I like Trample Stone a lot. Transcend him is probably more... I skipped doubling. I skipped Ashes, so I'll take the Trample Stone. Base doesn't really do anything for me. I'll take energy. Do I need energy? Not really. But do I need draw? Do I need anything? We're to the point now where you could min-max every choice that I make if you wanted to. Wingsteel makes energy a little better too. That's nice. You could do a lot of min-maxing here on what I'm doing. That's crazy. No multi-strike, no quick. It's all endless large stone. Thank you, Umbra, for providing the actual winning line here. I think this run might be fucked if I didn't have Umbra secondary, which is crazy. Umbra saves the run? Crazy. Actually, I will go ahead and I'll just value stone. I'm gonna go to 105. Intrinsic value stone, Umbra stone is fine. I don't mind going to 105. But yeah. It's all endless large stone. Clicking +8 here is risky. But let's add a little spice. Emberstone goes on. Since there's no quick, it's not so free. Tough draw. I guess I should play Prince. Is he worth the Ember Drain? Probably. Actually, I think all of his damage gets healed. I think he is just not worth it whatsoever. Which is a real shame. Oh yeah, I can start using Wingsteel like that also. 30, that's a 66 attack enemy there. Huh. That's concerning. Taking a bunch of Ember Drain as well, but we're kind of fighting back against it. I should draw. That is quite the large number, and no quick is... Oh my goodness. Huh. If I pull back Alloy. That is worthless. Umbra Stone, it's actually not worthless. It provides me a little bit of insulation in case the front Apex Imp dies. I should start doing things like chumping with morsels though. We should make sure. Taking +8 here puts us in this position. +8 and also all of the pack shards that we have taken put us in this position. There is a 1 in 6 that I hit Hornbreak and save 8 damage. I may as well take it. Don't hit it, doesn't matter. Actually, would be better to Hornbreak here. Here, let's do... Yeah, this is the smarter play. We double Torch here, and then we have Hornbreak. Yeah, because that's 120 something damage. One of these dies, right? Yeah. This unit has 123 health and dies to this round. Is what the position we're in. Thankfully, we have Perils. Perils doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Great job, Perils of Production. You know, for as much as Umbra gets dunked on in like every bit of discourse, Umbra provides some decent support in some of these runs. I think maybe as a whole we're a little too hard on Umbra. I'm gonna say it. Umbra main is obviously pretty bad. Like Gorge is bad. That's what we're here to dunk on. Gorge is not a good mechanic right now. But look at how much greatness Umbra has provided to this run. Morsels acting as chump blockers. You got Trample, you got Multi-Strike, like Umbra's carrying this run. Apex Imp is obviously the one who you're gonna look at and go, whoa, crazy, look at how strong Apex Imp is, but this run is being held aloft by Umbra. I'd be losing pretty heavily, I feel like. Not heavily, but it'd be ugly. I want to take the duplicate, but man, can I really just walk in there with 2 unupgraded Apex Imps? Nah. I wanted to duplicate Alloy, but not in the cards. I actually want to keep 2 Shade Splitters in, I feel. Let them chump block. In theory, we see quick here. Or we should see quick here. No way. What universe? In what world, though? 3 endless large stone shops? That's ridiculous, Monster Train. Decay doesn't do much. +5 health makes my run worse because I can't kill the Implings anymore with Torch. My champion is worthless. Sure, I'll take Mask of Penumbra. I'll take Faulty Loader as well. I really can't. I can believe it because it's Monster Train. Game does this to you sometimes, but like, come on, man. You're really gonna give me the exact same worthless 2 upgrades in every shop? No quick? Like, 1 quick makes this run so trivial. It's okay. I mean, it's still trivial, but I'm just a little upset. Can't put large stone on one of them either. Oh well. 3 of the exact same shop. It's not so bad if it's 3 of the exact same shop, but it like you wouldn't complain if it's 3 of the same shop, but it has upgrades you want. 3 of the exact same shop and none of the upgrades I want though? Gross. This is a really disgusting turn 1. If I want it to be. I think I do want it to be this. Fish Scholar. I'm happy to take 9 Ember Drain here. We make a very big monster. And I haven't drawn Perils yet, so I can rely on Perils to make my life easier, I bet. Go get him, Prince. You got this. I think I can rely on Perils here. Yeah, Perils plus Pyre Chomper should do enough heavy lifting. And maybe Impish Scholar pulls it back for me too. What you got? Another alloy? That's the best one here. We have a 190 times 3 trample that's gaining 10 rage every round. All I need from this position is survival. So we put up whatever armor we can. We chump block whatever we can. Yeah, we're actually, I think we're roughly outpacing the Ember Drain. Not quite. But we have 2 perils coming up. Kill it 15-3. Ah, that's right. I gotta not do that. It's okay, because I don't think I'd be able to play it here anyway. Actually, I would because of perils. Yeah. Now we put ourselves in this weird position of if I want to play, I have to take Ember Drain. So is it really worth it? Tough question, uncertain of the answer. I think it's a no. 8 Ember Drain on this turn. I do lose a lot of rage every round also. Oh wow, wait a minute. Ah, I might be dying. I think the double furnace tap might do you in. Perhaps. I have to take Ember Drain. We can't actually rely on... I'm never gonna make it out of this hole that I've dug myself here. That's the takeaway. I just have to play Perils and hope for the best. Do you kill me? Not quite, right? But Rage Seraph might actually sneak this run out from under our feet. You can believe that. I'll take the engine upgrade now. For the record, 100% believe it. I think it's just the Ember Drain, right? If I replay this combat without the Ember Drain, it is... Yeah, I lose. How about it? So we do this in the much more controlled and reasonable manner here. Look, sometimes, even with all of my caution that I was taking, sometimes I get a little lost in the sauce. It's okay. If you stop, you think about it, you go, hey, how do I lose this one? Oh, hey, it's Chase Seraph, I have to play armor. You do this. You don't bring it back with Impish Scholar, though. Play Umbra Stone. Don't even play Impish Scholar here, I'm pretty sure. I'd rather play Engine Upgrade, I think. I put Prince on a different floor. What about it? It doesn't make a difference, right? But now we can actually dig our way out. Oh, it does make a difference, because I don't have a target for Perils. It's positive, though, right? Because we gain 6, we lose 4, and then he dies next turn and I lose nothing. So it's still positive to play Perils. I think. Put one of these up here. An Impish Scholar in front. Now we get a second Trample Stone. Weird. Not necessarily good. Strange position we find ourselves in here today. Yeah. We still end up energy though. And as long as I take a moment, go, okay, I do not want to play Shade Splitter here. Like, I don't want to play another card, because if I play another card, I then play the Imp, and the Imp doesn't die. So I should press end turn. Like, we'll just take a second here, and we'll think about each of these turns now. If only I had Quick, man. I guess I was right to think about this run in that manner, though, where I was like, okay, so how do I lose, how do I lose, how do I lose? Because there was a losing option here. There's a way to lose this run because of the shop upgrades, and that's another Trample Stone. You know, I shouldn't have replayed it, I guess, until after that Impish Scholar went out. And I should get the 3 plays per turn out of this guy, really. Because if I have enough kills, I can play the Welder Helper 3 times a turn. This is another run, by the way, where you remember, well, like 2-3 days ago, the Primordium run that lost because of a similar happening? I still think about that run sometimes. I probably should have killed the Light Wings, huh? 30. Hornbreak for 15 is probably worth... It has to be worth it. Interesting how we find ourselves on this one, though. And once we get past Chase Seraph, we're chilling, of course. Everything becomes much easier once Chase Seraph is dead. But that's a big if right now. Do Shade Splitter Jeweler. That draws me 2. That's incorrect. I should have gotten 1 more play out of my Impling there. Also, probably better to kill the Light Wings than do this. Yeah. What's your health at? It's 1... You're hitting me 3 times? You're under 120, I think? Or 4 times. 4 times. 40, 55. I think we live just barely, but... This is tough. The extra infused enemies are also causing a bit of concern. I might be dead also if my math is wrong, but I think we're alive at 4. 14. I was off, but in the other direction. Ooh, buddy. Am I dead? It does appear so. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna die, I guess. That's crazy that I lost this run. Not that crazy, though. So, what should I have done in hindsight? Easy question to answer. Actually, extremely easy question to answer. In hindsight, I should have gone to the Hellvent. 100%. However, what I need you to understand here is, I guess actually Quick wouldn't have made a difference, right? If I had found Quick, it wouldn't have mattered, because Quick wouldn't add much. But, yeah, I needed to have more armor generation, I guess. Like, this is a really weird run to lose, isn't it? I just assumed that 2 Steelworker Apex Imps would have been enough to crush here. So what you can take away from this run is that Chase Seraph versus Apex Imp is not unwinnable, but you have to make a few adjustments to your game plan. A few options you can do here include duplicate self-infused Welder Helper. That's an extra bit of armor. Like, that's probably the big one. And then you have to Hornbreak to kill it, but that's fine, because that's 10 armor to both and 30 armor to the front one. Alternatively, we could duplicate here. Like, realistically, the answer to this run is to realize that I just need to go to Hellvents and duplicate Alloy a bunch of times, or put Endless onto Impish Scholar also would have been fine. Something that I didn't really think of until now. Endless onto Impish Scholar or Infuse Impish Scholar would be fine as well. I really didn't think about it, you know? And that's my bad. I got lost in the Apex Imp sauce. 100% I did it. But I guess this is one of those runs where I didn't plan for the worst possible case, which is I go to 3 straight steel shops and all of them are endless large stone. And I didn't think about putting endless on Impish Scholar. It just didn't cross my mind. A shocking run to lose, for sure, but one that you can learn a lot from. Again, something that I preach a lot in this series. You cannot be overconfident. Like you have. It's easy. Apex Imp, he's busted. He's so strong. You can still lose with him. You can lose. Every run is losable, and you have to keep your eyes open and make sure you're looking at how you fare. I think that it's not fair to say it's just a Chase Seraph thing because we would have had a similar problem on Patient Seraph, albeit a little bit easier to manage because we can just use imps to chump block. But you know, it is very surprising to me that I lost this run. It's also very surprising that I went 4 steel shops with no endless, no multi-strike. Or no quick, no multi-strike. In my mind, I knew it was right in the last ring to abandon and go to the duplicate, but I did pick the steel shop for the reason of I wanted to look at the steel shop and see if it really was going to show me 4 endless large stone shops. 3, 4, I don't remember how many now, but too many. And the game did. It really did it to me. Monster Train said, here, bitch. Endless large stone. Thanks, Monster Train. Very cool. And thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.